Guys doing? So now I'm going to do another Caresheet video of probably the most popular tarantula in the hobby, and almost every tarantula owner has at least one of them. So here we have Grammostola rosea, Chilean rose. The heck is she doing? Hang on, she's hiding right now. Let me take off that cave so we can actually see her. Hey little sweetie, how are you doing? So this is Ruby. Believe it or not, she's my oldest tarantula. This is a 16-year-old adult female Grammostola rosea. Why? Because I had her for at least 10 years and I bought her roughly this size. So she's about 18. She's really, really old and quite lively too. So she was in the primo for the longest time, 5 years. So this goes to show how slow growing the Grammostola species are, especially Rosea. Our striata seems to be the fastest. You can get about an adult female for about 4 to 5 years. This one takes at least 6 to 8 to get a mature specimen. So her name is Ruby, and I have Talia, which is the next one right here. I'm sure she needs no introduction. She's my Psycho Rosea. I mean, if you saw her butting the heck out of the paintbrush and butting her enclosure, safe to say that she's a meanie. She, on the other hand, is much more tolerable, but she still goes once in a while in the threat posture. So these are Chilean roses. They come from Chile. One of the most inexpensive tarantulas you can actually buy, and most readily available in pet stores like Petco or Nature Pet Center, and some other pet stores like that. So these, you can get adults between $25 and $30. We get them here about $30 Canadian, plus 15% sales tax, which kind of blows. Yeah, so basically, these are very good beginner tarantulas. There's nothing really you need to maintain it, so all you do is feed it crickets once a week. Always give it a water dish, which is under there. A little place there to hide, like I have a skull here and I have a little cave there. She likes to go in both places. Yeah, so pretty simple setup. Potting soil, I recommend inorganic potting soil, and for the species that need a lot of humidity, I would put in some vermiculite in there. Vermiculite is the plant additive that you see in my phonopalmal calcodes tank. That's vermiculite. so these tarantulas are medium sized tarantulas. They attain about 5 to 5.5 inch leg span. So you're looking at an adult female Chilean rose, at least both of them. This one's kind of a little smaller. I would say this one's about 4 inches. This one's 5.5. You can pretty much, that's the adult size you can get. There's pretty nifty color forms on the Grammostola rosea. There's the brown morph, which all of the tarantulas all brown. There's the normal color form, which seems to be the most popular, where we see all the brown hairs, and you have the pinkish carapace. She it's kind of a brownish color, but it's slightly pink. This one too is all brown, so I'd have 2 brown morphs. And you have the ultra rare form, it's kind of a bit more pricey, the Grammostola RCF, which is the red color form. It's actually really, really beautiful. The rose hair is completely jet red. Well, it's like brown with the reddish hairs. It's really awesome. Must get one day and to add to my collection. So, temperament of these guys, well, some owners say that, and some websites tell you that these are really docile teas. But if you want someone who kept teas for about 14 years, I'd say they are unpredictable. As you can see, I have some specimens can be really nice, like you can handle it no problem. And you have the vicious ones. And this one here is the one that's really, really nasty. I have videos of it biting my trusty paintbrush, and I have same one biting its enclosure with its fangs. That's really, really crazy. So the way to test the temperament of a tarantula, I'll show it to you again in this video. Since probably most beginners, tarantula owners will probably watch this one over the other ones. So the way to test the tarantula's temperament is take a little soft paintbrush. So use the soft end of the paintbrush and just prod the abdomen, like so. Okay, so what that means, she's walking away from the paintbrush, which seems to have a docile nature. Yeah, she's pretty calm. Actually, she's probably one of my calmer ones. But some specimens will actually attack the paintbrush, so I don't know if I'll give an example, but you know what the heck. I'll show you the difference between night and day. That's day, and this is night. Okay, let me get the tarantula cage to open up. Okay, as ordinary you do is you touch the paintbrush with the tarantula. You see that? That's one Psycho Rosea. Yeah, she's biting. And she doesn't want to let go too. Yeah, she's spreading her fangs. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that's a bite. Sorry, sweetie, I don't really need to do that, but I need to get you off there. Okay, so that's the difference between night and day. Evil and not so evil. Okay, so I get this a lot from YouTubers messaging me, what's wrong with my Grammostola rosea? Like, they have a problem saying that, oh, my tarantula hasn't eaten in a certain while, and is it going to molt or not? Well, the thing is, with Grammostola roseas, they're fussy eaters, and they can fast. So you can have one rosea that may not eat for several weeks to months. Actually, they go on fasting periods where they just stop eating for some reason. So this is very alarming for a new tea owner, like anyone else who just started the hobby. So I'm just letting you know it's completely normal. They do go on fasts. They're very choosy when they eat. Sometimes they'll eat right away. Sometimes they'll say, "Oh, okay, here's a cricket, so go away and see what happens." And then all of a sudden they'll attack. And sometimes they'll say, "Oh, I'm just not hungry. Just not interested in food." But the way to tell if a tarantula's in pre-molt, to check the abdomen. If it's really, really dark, then congratulations, your tarantula's in pre-molt. Grammostola species are kind of docile, but as you saw earlier, I have two totally different temperaments from the same species. Urticating hairs, yeah, they do have urticating hairs. Do they flick them? Not really. So they're very less inclined to flick hairs. So, I think that's about covered it. So, hope you enjoy this video, and tomorrow I'm going to do the Caresheet video on the Megaphobema robustum, the Colombian giant redleg. So, stay tuned for that. Sweet. Peace, guys.